Hello everybody, The Destroyer here, and welcome back to another cast of the Rise of Witch King patch 2.02, version 5.0.1. Today we have a 2v2 on Indune. So we'll be taking a look at this. Hopefully it's entertaining enough. Alright, who do we have today? We have The Chain as the Men of the West. And his partner is DJ Premier as the Elves. In the opposing team, we have Maher as Angmar, and his partner is Hunter as Isengard. Alright, so Isengard and Angmar versus Elves and Men. So I guess it's a good versus evil match. I'm going to do a Maher here, who's a great player, of course. My favorite Rise of the Witch King player. Very, very good. He's going for a Hall of the King's Men after 2 mills there. Hunter is going to Furnaces and then his Uruk Pit, of course. Pretty much everyone is doing the same thing. 2 farms and then their production building. Pretty standard. Well, it seems the elves might have gone for the farm first. Or maybe this just builds slower than the farm. That is probably likely. So we'll have troops out here fairly quickly. We got our first battalion of Lorien Warriors queued up for DJ Premier. And the Chain undoubtedly has some Gondor soldiers queued up. There indeed he does. We have Uruk-hai Warriors, or just Uruk-hai as a swordsman, whatever. As a Hunter's first unit there. And of course we have some Thralls coming out for Maher. Will undoubtedly turn into some Gundabad orcs. Yep. There you go. Gundabad orcs are usually the first unit to come out for Angmar. Usually the best choice. Of course, they won't stand up much in a fight too with the Elven warriors, but they can try, I guess. And of course, he has to be careful because the Thrall's in the back. And if the Elven warriors get the drop on the Thrall Master, the whole battalion dies. Of course, being a nice little feature of Angmar. Maher doing his best to micro them around. The Chain sending his guys way around the side there. So Hunter will not see them as of yet. Hunter basically doing the same thing. Doesn't look like he knows they're there yet. Now he does. I guess he can see it somehow. Because they're clearly attacking. When they raise their swords like that, that mean they have been attacked. Clicked to attack something. Ooh, we have some Gondor archers out for the Chain that should be useful for him. Nice war chant there. Maher grouping up his guys. Get 2 for 1. DJ Premier throwing down his rally call on his Elven warriors. Unfortunately, he does lose 2 trees to Maher there. Pretty big loss. Early game, of course. Although Premier is doing some harassment himself, it looks like. Maher's going for very quick sorcerers. Interesting. That should be fun to watch. Sorcerers, of course, are very powerful in this patch. So they're great to have. Looks like we had a lumber mill here. These orc laborers are now jobless. Be on welfare for a while. Unemployment, rather. Unfortunate. Until another lumber mill is built, at least. Then he'll at least have twice the amount of orc laborers. Looks like he does clean up Hunter's guys there, or the Chain's guys there. Hunter does. He does have crossbows out, which makes things a lot easier. We're dealing with the Gondor soldiers, of course. It looks like the elves are starting to be a bit aggressive. Maher does have his hordes with the sorcerers in tow. He does have the thing of axe swords as well, which should be useful. Nice. And of course, when a sorcerer uses the ability, it does sacrifice one of the people in it. Or more, even. He used Fell Strength there, which takes 2 of the units. They do regenerate, I believe, as you saw there. But they are very, very fragile, so you do have to be very careful with your sorcerers, of course. But they are very useful indeed. The Chain's army's looking pretty strong. He's got 3 battalions of Gondor soldiers here, and 2 battalions of Gondor archers. Not too bad. And of course Isengard has no cavalry, so you shouldn't have to build any Rohan Spearman. It's not as of yet. And Hunter's guys will be chased off here. He doesn't quite have the force to engage Gondor. Maybe he does. He's just coming in from all different angles, really. This crossbow's trying to get a drop here on the guys there, but of course they don't want to be in melee range of the Gondor soldiers, which seems to be what's happening here. He really wants to get these Uruk-hai warriors in front, and probably not in aggressive stance. Should go into shield wall. And you got some more sorcerer usage. Look, the sorcerer is all but spent here. So he will retreat, but he will be run down by these lancers. And that will be the end of his life, no doubt. Sure, he did some damage though. These walls are getting cleaned up here by the elven archers, warrior archers, and cavalry. Pretty good group there. Unit composition. Maher going for a quick Trollstone Thrower, and he's going for Black Númenóreans as well. Interesting. He's definitely mixing up his unit variety in this game. He's not going the standard usual stuff you would see. He's going trebuchets and sorcerers, which is pretty neat actually. Nice to see a different strategy trying out. It could be the next pro strat. You never know until you try, really. I'd imagine he's using this game to test out his strategies. Or maybe he knows this works. I have no idea. Does this Mudar Pikeman though to go to help deal with these? Nope. A little late on the old ice ground or whatever it's called. I can't really click on the sorcerers because they're blocked by this damn thing. But it does slow units in the area, which would have been useful to stop them from retreating from the trebuchet, of course. It's a good strategy, actually. But if probably the delay got the best of him. Let me see if I can click him real quick. Damn it. They're very hard to select when they're in the battalion of something else. There we go. Black Ice. Minus 33% speed. So if he uses that, he'll run his way as quickly. It looks like the army of the chain is being kind of wrecked here. Isengard Hunter having lots and lots of men here. Lots of crossbows, really. This is a prime chance for the chain to get some cavalry, I think. And he is doing just that good. He definitely needs it. Seeing as how Hunter has not built a single pike unit, he's going to regret it. Oh, is he ever. And we do have Faramir on the field for the chain as well. He's now level 2, which is nice. Hunter has some men down here as well. Only crossbows though, so he won't be harassing any farms, but he can at least peck away at those Gondor soldiers. Nice fell wind there into the army of Maher. He is definitely employing those soldiers quite well. They do get run down by the Lancers. Doesn't get finished off though. It is level 2. Should start regenerating as well. Which will be nice if he can keep that alive. And of course it does buff his own units, making Thralls that much stronger. Thralls and Sorcerers is actually a pretty scary combo, because it gives them a bit more strength. Draining strength and giving it to the ally of the enemy, or your guy here. Yeah, they are regenerating. Drains enemy of units take slight damage. Drains enemy units of strength. Nearby friendly units gain leadership, basically. That's essentially what that says. So it debuffs the enemy and buffs your guys. Really nice. I am honestly surprised there isn't more sorcerer use out there, as they're just very, very strong. Hunter seems to be doing pretty well here. Although there's the cavalry. Will they get a nice charge? This would be a nice bulk to smash, but it'd also be hard to run through. And Chain actually managing not to do very well with his cavalry there. Hopefully this one does better. And they get a nice, semi-nice run through, but they don't manage to kill too many guys there. It's the crossbows really he'll need to run through. And it seems Isengard is being pushed back here a bit. Meanwhile, Maher regrouping, looking to get some more stuff. Oh, he's actually got Corpse Rain. That's a cool power to see and to use. It's definitely the coolest of the powers they have abilities, or access to. Corpse Rain is awesome. This guy's very slow trying to chase down these guys. Probably because he's attack moving. And of course they'll move at the slowest speed of the army, which would be the Gondor archers, possibly, or the swordsmen. Definitely the swordsman if you put them in a shield wall formation, which actually has some in there. Or maybe Gondor Knights just run that slowly. It looks really slow for how fast their feet are moving. Who knows? We have a Waldar out for Maher here. That'll be good. Of course, he gives the Rudar Spearmen and Axe Throwers leadership, which is always nice to have. And now it seems the chain is raiding his farm. And there's another Fell Drain. What is it called? Fell Strength? I forget. Yeah, Fell Strength. Draining the unit's abilities there. And we have a Sharku out for Hunter. That's actually a good choice. Good choice for countering cavalry. Sharku does pretty well at that. And of course, if he gets Warg Riders, he can have leadership for his Warg Riders, which would be nice. Big engagement here from DJ Premier and Maher. Nice Corpse Rain though. Felwind into Corpse Rain is brutal. Look at that. And it just looks awesome. It's got the coolest particle effect in the game, I think. That's just my opinion though, of course. And now the elves pretty much decimated here. Fell Strength being cast, buffing the army of Angmar and weakening the elves, of course. And these Mirkwoods will fall. I don't think he'll be able to outrun or save them. This one might get away. Maybe Hunter will target this one Mirkwood. Nope. Probably should have, but at the same time he doesn't want to lose his Sharku. I'd say the top team's shooting pretty well. I wouldn't say they're overwhelmingly winning. Maher is, kind of. I'd say things are definitely looking in Maher's favor here. But Hunter and the chain seem fairly balanced in their attacks. Pretty back and forth. And now Maher summoning whites into the army of the chain. That's not going to end well. Those whites are going to smack about a lot of men. Hobbits being summoned down from the chain. Those will be helpful. Chasing off alerts at least. And it seems Maher's attack has been repelled here. He did take that forward barracks and such. Maher going for snow trolls. He's got a couple battalions of them. You really need a few battalions of snow trolls to actually get a really good trample. So he might be sending these over to help Hunter. He is looking that way. Does he have Forged Blades on him as well? He does. He's gone for the Forged Blades upgrades. So obviously another reason he would want to go for his Forge very quickly as he can get his upgrade sooner. Trolls did a massive amount of trampling there. And continuing to do so, absolutely cleaning up the Gondor archers. Not too much issue. Definitely worth their weight in gold. Very nice. And of course it looks like they're fast enough to outrun these horses, which is kind of amusing. Seems to have some units in the back of Maher's base, but they shouldn't be able to do too much, especially since there's some snow trolls ready to take them out. And this level 3 mill does have a arrow tower, of course. Benefits of being level 3. So a showdown between Hunter and the chain again. Sounds like Lurtz got taken out there. Yes, he did. We do have Warg Riders out for Hunter, though. That'll be helpful. But he does probably want to send him after these Gondor archers here. Or before they were picked off, at least. That would have been my prime target, sending him after the Gondor archers, personally. Sharku is going to get picked off as well. Oh no. Sharku actually managed to get away. I'm very lucky. Faramir might have been able to finish him with a wounding arrow, but I don't know. Well, he'll have to retreat and re-heal up. Hunter has a Saruman. Very cool. The Fell Wind going down there. The Summoned Wildman. The Lancers looking to... Oh, those aren't even Lancers. They're Lindens. Those are Lancers. There's some Linden, Horse Archers, and some Lancers. The Elves, they clean up those Wildmen easily. Things are starting to take a bad turn for Maher, I'd say. The Elves are starting to gain a bit of strength, but he does have a lot of these Snow Trolls. With the Forged Blades upgrades, of course. Haldir isn't going to be able to outrun that. And he takes a ton of damage. Oh, Haldir gets slaughtered. Allowing Baldar to level up as well. For more level, and he gets summoned Hillman, which is pretty nice. So I'd say he is just fine, actually. Things are looking pretty well for Maher. His base, of course, is a no threat. He still has some sorcerers out here. He's running off of only one Hall of the King's Men, which is unusual. Most people would have like 3 or 4, but not Maher. He only needs 1. Of course, having the Troll in Wolf Den helps as well, because he can build his other units. Looks like he's upgrading his Troll in Wolf Den, possibly going for some Hill Trolls, or just increased speed of building on his units. Either one's pretty good. Cavalry is very big in this game. As you see, all 4 teams have cavalry in this screen. We have Wargs, we have Gunner Knights, we had Lancers, and of course the Snow Trolls. So everybody's kind of banking on the cavalry. And they're definitely working out. Both teams getting big crushes there. And it looks like Boromir's out here as well. It seems Snow Trolls targeting down heroes actually pretty effective. They do a lot of damage. Of course, it does help they have the Forged Blades. And he is keeping them on hold ground stance so they take less damage. Looks like he's used charge attack as well. 50% damage, 50% armor. Definitely great to use. Just like the charge attack of the Dwarven Guardians. And now Hunter seems safe for now. Although the Linden Horse Archers are not going to make things easy. Saruman could get a fireball off on them though. I don't know if he should be running on an aggressive stance with Saruman. He is quite expensive. I don't really want him taking more damage than necessary, but more power to him, I suppose. We have a couple of battalions, 3 battalions in fact, of Black Numenorians with Forged Blades upgrades. Does he have the armor upgrade too? He does. So they're fully upgraded. Those are pretty tough. Those are some of the best swordsmen in the game, if not the best swordsmen. Looks like Hunter's going for an attack here. Trying to burst down Aragorn with his Lurtz. He might actually do it. And Lurtz takes Aragorn's life there. He will need to get out of there though. He is low on life. I think the archers might kill him if the Gondor Knights don't chase him down. Seems he'll be alright though. Lurtz will be just fine. Of course, Saruman needs to be careful. And let's go over here. Oh, just in time for a corpse explosion. Corpse rain, rather. Corpse explosion from a different game. And that wrecked the army of the elves. So DJ Premier's army is looking pretty weak. Looks like Maher's either throwing down a wall hub to protect his builder, or throwing down a wall hub to build a wall. Probably the former. DJ Premier has an Ent now. He's lost a lot of his ponies here. Of course, Maher's gone for the upgraded Hill Trolls, which are very, very tanky pikemen, very strong. They're going to be hard to stop. Getting a nice position behind the fortress of DJ Premier, and he might take it down. That would be a disaster. I'm not sure he has enough. He might have enough. He does have the Black Numenorians in here as well, I didn't see. DJ Premier is in a lot of trouble. His partner nowhere near anywhere to help him. So Premier might lose his fort here. Definitely will lose his fortress. Putting a beacon down, showing he's lost his fort. And that is unfortunate for him. That will just make things steamroll in Maher's favor, really. And now Maher will begin cleaning up the buildings of the elves. And that will leave the Men of the West by themselves. They're desperately trying to come over to possibly save DJ Premier, but it's going to be a little too late. And of course Hunter will move in for the kill when that happens. he can't really go save his partner because he'll leave his base open to attack, which of course is not a good idea. And most of the buildings are destroyed here. Waldart singling out this builder. Might manage to get him. And DJ Premier has been defeated. There you go. Maher has knocked out his opponent across from him, and now it is 2-on-1. Maher and Hunter against the Chain. I don't like the Chain's odds here. It looks like Hunter is going for Forged Blades upgrades as well. I don't know if he has the armor yet. I can't really tell. Nope, not yet. Oh, that was close. Faramir, wounding arrow alerts. Alerts should really get out of there. He should have not turned around. Mistake for sure, but Boromir gets killed here as well. Wildman being summoned down on top of Faramir. That is bad news. Faramir's not the most tanky of heroes. And there's some freezing rain for you. Weakening of the whole army of the Men of the West, of course. Wormtongue's leveled up pretty nicely. Corrode Allegiance is very, very strong. Especially when there's like a high level guy. Oh, that was very abrupt. The Chain exited the game and the replay ended. There you go. Maher and Hunter take that game. That was a pretty good game. Nice to see Maher's antics. He always employs some nice tactics that aren't normally employed by other players, which I like to see. So, yeah, well played to all those players. Nice game, and I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next cast of The Rise of the Witch King, patch 2.02. See you next time.